Hello everyone, this is Korith Landwalker, and today we will have another exciting afternoon of Star Citizen. For the past, I guess, couple of months technically, I've been engaged in what I've been calling the Aurora MR Challenge. It's a little thing that I've been doing to prove that, yes, you can gain enough money using the basic starter package, $45 for the game and the starter ship, the Aurora MR, and earn enough in-game credits to afford a better ship. And by doing so, it's not too hard to figure out how you could scale it up. However, we are going to be putting a pause on that, so we're going to move away our starting funds and profits made to go away so that we don't have to be confused by it. Because, as you may have noticed from the title of this stream, we will be engaging in a little event that the devs are calling Xenothreat. What exactly is Xenothreat? Well, let's take a look at the RSI website and take a peek at what it has to say. It's a dynamic event, which is basically it's introducing something that they're going to be able to continue doing with other stuff throughout the year. Now, this particular event starts out with, well, why don't we let the fellows here tell you what it's all about? Let's hope the sound works.
Attention, people of Stanton. We are the ones in charge. We are Xenothreat.
My graphics should look this good. Hello, Cap. I am actually on your server. I just haven't, actually done anything yet because, starting up my intro here. So hopefully it'll still be standing by the time I actually start moving around there. So if you're throwing any invites my way, don't be surprised if I'm not picking them up right away because I'm still explaining what this is all about. So we've seen with this handy little video here, the broad strokes. What does it mean to the game? Well, let's move on further. That's our, the person in charge of all of this. That's basically Fluff. And here's the explanation of the Xenothreat event. I'm sorry. Xenothreat event. I really need a voice modulator for these octave lowering kind of things. I am so low tech. But basically speaking, there's a bunch of pirates called Xenothreat. And they operate primarily out of the neighboring star system of Pyro, which coincidentally will be the next star system released in Star Citizen. Hopefully, either by the end of the year or early next year. Knock on wood. In any event, they've decided to be flexing their muscles a bit. And the United Empire of Earth Navy has decided to smack them around a few times. Well, they smacked back, and now they're coming to Stanton, the setting of our gameplay. And they are calling for everyone in the civilian defense force to help fight against Xenothreat. The CDF, incidentally, means players. So it's had a couple phases so far. The first phase is basically a nothing. It's more along the lines of, hi, it's coming. We're done with phase 1. That was like, well, right here. Estimated arrival, 24 to 48 hours. That was, unsurprisingly, 24 to 48 hours ago. It is definitely live right now. Which brings us to phase 2. Basically, they're saying that the Navy's prime flagship Not to be confused with the actual flagship, because I'm pretty sure the actual flagship is a Bengal carrier, which is huge, and definitely not in the game yet. But there is a Javelin-class destroyer at the dock, and right now it's currently being restocked at INS Jericho, a new location not far off of the MiG L1 Lagrange point around near Microtech. Of course, since they're using large ships to convoy these things out, Xenothreat has been blowing them up. So we have kind of a mix of things going on here. You have to deal with potential attackers. You have to be able to haul cargo from the location of the wrecks to INS Jericho. And they will occasionally jump you either at the wrecks or at INS Jericho. And sometimes they will bring in some pretty heavy firepower. Now, there is coincidentally another little detail going on here where they're putting a number of ships on sale right now that aren't usually on sale, although some of them are. And I'm pointing this out not because I'm shilling to buy these things, because you can buy pretty much all of these, I believe, in-game. I'm not 100% sure about the Saber, but I'm not 100% sure about the Gladiator. But I'm pretty sure that most of the other stuff on here is purchasable in-game. And the reason I'm pointing all this out right now, yeah, imagine that. They're letting you spend money during the event. Who knew? But the point I'm trying to get to here is that this is a handy little roadmap of what kind of starships would be helpful during this event. So, even if you have no intention of purchasing any of these ships with real money, you don't have to. If you can earn enough credits, and I think I've been demonstrating that it can be done, even though I haven't actually hit my goal yet. These ships are available in-game. You can purchase them in-game, and you can very well use them in-game during this event. I hope that is enough lead-in, shall we say, because now we are going to go back into the stream of the game itself. Waddle, 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 and stand myself up. Now, we're going to pull up the mobiGlas and bring up our contracts. And the first thing you'll notice here is we have a new tab. Okay, it may not be the first thing you notice, but it depends a lot on where you have to be logging in. But there will be a tab on the left that's called Priority. It's conveniently on top right here, but it isn't necessarily going to be on top wherever you are at the given time. And I see I've got a little exclamation point on my comm link there, indicating that Cap has probably already sent the party invite. I will undoubtedly try to accept it, and it will probably just go away because sometimes the party invite system sucks. We'll get to that in a moment. But you'll see that the only mission in priority is the CDF alert for Xenothreat. Theoretically, paying $25,000 plus bonuses. I presume that you would get the $25,000 after all the events in it are complete. Now, I've only been able to play this briefly yesterday, so I have not actually seen the end of the event successful yet. It'll get there. And it probably won't happen today either. First thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to grab Call to Arms, because always grab Call to Arms. I don't know how well it'll work during the event, but it may come as a surprise that there are some people, some players, who are not nice people who show up. And they may try to, grief the hell out of you. If that happens, wouldn't it be nice to be paid for putting them in their place? So, always take Call to Arms. Okay. So, what is our goal here? Well, here's the big thing here. First, there's a community stipend to handle distribution of payment. It'll be distributed to all volunteers at intervals. There'll be an indicator. I'll point this out when we're in the middle of it all. The big thing right now is cargo supplies. They want you to haul 3 types of cargo. We have, and I'm going to butcher all the pronunciations on here, so please forgive me. This one's going to be one of the easier ones. Zeta prolinide, which degrades over time until it breaks down completely. That means there is a timer on those cargo. When you take them out of the original containers on the wrecks, where they are currently stored, a countdown begins, and you have that long before they're completely useless. I don't think they explode, but why take chances? Secondly, Acroplex Composite. The downside on this one is it becomes explosively unstable if damaged. What that means is don't bounce it around a lot. And that could kind of be important with loading it from the wreck to whatever ship you're flying. Be gentle. And finally, my personal favorite, mainly because I hate trying to pronounce this, Xenothreat, which releases destructive energy pulses if exposed to quantum travel. That means you cannot quantum to Jericho from a wreck. You have to actually have the engines rolling and go there the long way. I'm going to accept the offer because I like money. And you get occasional updates from the liaison. Okay, now that we've done that, let's hit the check mark there just for giggles. Yeah, that acted predictably. That's okay though. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the operational theater. First, I'm going to go back into my Mobi-Glass because my Mobi-Glass has currently tracking the mission for the call to arms, which doesn't have anything to actually track. And I'm going to track the Xenothreat. Now, the station I am in, because I believe in being prepared for my streams, is the space station at MiC-L1, which is right next door, practically, to INS Jericho. It's almost as if I planned it this way. It's basically similar to most of the other space stations in the game. Everest Harbor, Bikini Point, whatever the hell the one in New Babbage is, Port Tressler. There are little differences, but generally the layout is pretty similar. Now, you'll notice in chat that there's a lot of things going on there, in the game chat, I mean, that there is already coordination happening here. Now, since I am not... there we go. New invite. Let's accept an invitation there. Let's make sure that... well, I see that the party chat is busted again, because I can't bring up a party chat. Let's try over here. Let's make sure I'm in the party first. There we go. I'm in the party. Hello? Nope. So that's been a problem. Yesterday it was a problem too, that the party chat capability went straight to hell. And they got it fixed at some point yesterday, but apparently it went straight to hell again. That figures. Yeah, Cap is putting in the global. Yes, he's broken too. Everybody is likely broken with the party chat right now, so once again, stay with me. It's an alpha. So what I'm going to do... okay, they just told me they need combat support, so I'm going to grab a combat ship. And since we are not doing the challenge, I do not feel restricted in my choice of starships. The challenge is on pause. We will resume the challenge, have no fear.
SAIC dueling here. Need more acryloplex. Navy says they haven't been getting shipments of that.
Yeah, more info, and you'll notice I'm being paid money for doing virtually nothing at the moment. That's the incremental payments they were talking about. Honestly, I could probably do some of this with the challenge, but I'm not entirely sure I'm going to make enough money to counteract the amount I'd pay for today's rentals. Better just go in and start hammering things up. My weapon of choice for these kind of combat operations is the Aegis Saber. For those unfamiliar, the Aegis Saber is a stealth fighter. It's primarily to get in weapons range and start killing people before they know I'm even there. That's the theory at any rate. Practice is a little dicey sometimes. I'm going to pull out my map here, and look, we have Jericho.
Xenothreat came out of QT at Jericho. Weapons free, y'all.
Weapons free. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to have time to set my weapons the way I like them to. Not unless I get really lucky. So I'm going to have to rely on the fact that I'm using more than one mouse button, and I'm not going to have overclocked weapons. What I am going to have, however, is as much stealth as I can possibly handle. Okay, we have a number of targets here.
That Idris is charging up its main gun.
Yeah, you hear remarks about an Idris. An Idris is, not to put too fine a point on it, the big boy. That's a capital-sized ship right there, so I'm going to ignore the Idris at the moment and let people who are better able to handle that go after them. And I'm going to try to pick on other people, like Nero here, for example. Oh, someone's already blown him up. Luckily, there are plenty of arrows out there to fight and miss. Arrows are fast and nimble, so they're tricky targets. But I am scoring some hits. Oh yeah, I'm also not using all my weapons because I'm used to using one mouse button and I'm only using half of the weapons I should be using. I feel embarrassed. No wonder it took so long to take him down.
About half their force is gone. Don't let it counteroffensive.
I will do better. Yeah, I'm trying to get into a turning fighting with an arrow. That is not a smart move. Arrows are a lot more maneuverable than I am. But I certainly understand how some of the bad guys feel about trying to evade me now. Oh, now he's gone. Only available target left? Oh, no, there's more targets. Or maybe not. I'm not tagging any other targets. So now it's going to be along the lines of hit the Idris. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a missile at him simply because I have nothing better to throw at him. Well, I can shoot at him, of course, but my damage is just going to be a tiny bit compared to the amount that other guys are going to be throwing off. And my goal is to avoid being targeted by the Idris. Because as you can see, the Idris is a big, big ship. And, oh, I do not want to be in front of it. It has big, nasty guns that will turn me into tiny scraps of metal. Actually, I tell a lie. There wouldn't be enough left to be a tiny scrap of metal. It'd be a cloud vapor at best. Oops, I'm taking shots. Let's get away. Now, somewhere along the line, what I really ought to do is see if I can target subsystems on this thing. At one point, I know that you were able to target engines, for example, but I don't know if there's anything special about targeting turrets or anything like that on these big ships. I know that's the intent somewhere along the line, I just don't know if they've actually gotten there. And I don't want to... I can't really keep a good stream of fire on this guy because... Well, not to put a fine point on it, just take shots. I'm faster than it, I'm more maneuverable than it. But I'm going to... Since it's moving so much slower, I'm usually running right into it. I have to get further away from it. And this is where it gets a little dicey because you don't want to be at a stop because they'll kill us. Okay, it sounds like the Idris has decided to emulate Sir Robin and bravely run away. Run away, run away. I won't do the full singing thing because, well, let's be honest, I don't want the DMCA to come down on me for, you know, musical violations. Okay, so, before we get into the nitty-gritty about the second part here, we're going to see what it looks like at INS Jericho. More specifically, we're going to see what's docked at INS Jericho. What you are seeing is a Javelin-class destroyer. The largest ship presently in this game. Oh, it looks like it got hurt a little bit from that attack. Either that or someone else is shooting it. Well, considering it looks like it's firing, in any event, this is a ship that can be purchased for an obscene amount of money during the big sales, but it has a limited number available at that time as well, so it is capped by money and capped by availability. And that both of those, I think, are there to help keep the numbers of javelins in this game down for when it finally goes live. Good luck. Now, you'll note that on the sides here we have a number of landing pads. Now, I realize this is going to be a shock to a lot of people, but what you do with these pads is you land on them. I know, I'm a horrible human being. I'm going to land on them now, though, because I want to point out something before I decide to get involved with anything else here. And amazingly, I've actually landed right where I want to for a change. When I was doing this yesterday, I kept having my back end hanging over the side. Of course, I was flying a different ship. Now, you'll notice at the top of my screen right now that it is referring to those cargo units I spoke of when we opened up the contract. The Zeta Prolini, the Acroplex, the, oh god, the Luthermex. Those are how much we have to fill and how much we've already filled. We filled out 78 out of 20, 32 out of 60, and 28 out of 90. What you do is you go to certain wrecks, and I'll demonstrate that part shortly, and you bring them back here. You land on one of these landing pads, and then you run to one of the side areas here, and you'll see a number of trade terminals. And this is where you'll be able to, quote-unquote, sell the cargo. And you'll get the value for the cargo for whoever owned the ship that they were in. It's a small amount. and then a larger amount for everybody who participated in the gathering of that cargo. Theoretically. Okay. With that in mind, we're going to go back into the Saber, and we're going to go to where those wrecks are, so you can take a look at what that all looks like. Now, full disclosure here, I'm not going to be able to handle any of the cargo in this ship. It's a Saber. It's a fighting machine. It is not a cargo carrying machine. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. So what I'm going to do is we're going to try to tag the wreck site, where I can quantum jump. And the location of the wreck site is pretty interesting by itself. Nice big gas cloud where you can barely see in front of your nose. Yes, I am exaggerating. And I can scan a few things. I can see a freelancer ahead of me. I suspect that is a working freelancer.
Some of our supply ships came under attack around here. They're not responding to comms, so they're either severely damaged or destroyed. See if your scans pick up any debris or Xenothreat still
Nope.
in the area.
There is a Xenothreat in the area.
Be sure to grab any supply crates that are still in one piece.
But it also looks like it's going to be a dead Xenothreat shortly. Well, let's see if I can help out making it dead. Well, he's dead, but there's still another one active, or a couple active. A Mantis.
This is Julie with the CDF.
And I still haven't updated my weapons and power settings. I have got to do that. That takes care of Mantis Boy. We have an arrow. Ugh, another arrow. Ooh. I might have accidentally. Well, no, I didn't hit him because he's. Oh, now he's dead. So as you can see, the Xenothreat guys are operating even here.
There we go.
We got another guy over here. Oh, that's a player though. Well, he's red, and I've got Call to Arms active, so. He's flying a Gladius, so he's got a pretty decent ship. And he looks like in bad shape too. He's not going to be around much longer. That said, what? Oh,
To help out that naval supply convoy. Drop what you're doing and get out there.
I would love to, but there's these people here who are flying here. Let's see if we can get him panicked a little bit. No, he's flying away. So, but we have plenty of other targets that have just popped up here, and these guys are actual legitimate Xenothreat targets. Now that said, I'm pretty sure I'm not actually getting these kills. You have a whole lot of people shooting at them, so it's probably not surprising that they're all basically free shots. Everyone's taking their shots. You'll be lucky if you get the kill, because everybody else is taking the same shots. Now that one on the other hand is definitely mine. Sadly, you'll notice that I'm not getting paid for these kills. Well, you win some, you lose some, huh? Whoa, that is a Valkyrie guy's moving at a pretty good clip. A little more impressive than the usual Valkyrie targets I go up against. I am, however, getting the pay over time. You'll see that payment indicator growing. So, stuff is happening. Let's see. Mantis. Mantis. Well, let's pick on that Mantis. Whoa! Okay, I'm going to take a second, since I seem to be free of targets right now, to go into my weapons and get them on the same freaking mouse key, so I don't have to worry about hitting both mouse buttons again and again. And then I'm going to go into my power, and I'm going to overclock my Panther repeater guns, so that they will do substantially more damage on a hit, and maybe take out annoying arrows and gladiuses a lot faster. Okay. Now that we have that taken care of, let's take a look at the wrecks. These are just some of the wrecks, incidentally. They're not all of the wrecks. And let's slow it down. Over here is one of the Starfarer's wreckage areas. And some of them may have hostile Xenothreat targets in them, so there is some first-person shooter combat available as well here. This event is really hitting a lot of gameplay loops. And what you'll do, or try to do, is find a way into the wrecks so that you can find the cargo and unload them into whatever ship you're flying. Again, the ship I'm flying sucks for that sort of thing. Ah, here we go. No, maybe not. Well, there's a couple ways in here, but I don't know where the cargo area is on here. Might be on your side. The other side. Suffice to say, you might have to look around. Let's see. There's another area with a lot of stuff over here, so we'll take a quick look. Now, even if you don't have a cargo ship, you can still contribute. If you find one of the wrecks and there happens to be a cargo ship at the wreck, you can help unload the cargo and get them in the cargo ship. You will get credit for it. Presumably. Okay, let's take a look over here. Try to maneuver without doing something crazy like, I don't know, wrecking my fighter. On some ships, it's got a very obvious entry point. Okay, there we go. Let me get my lights on. You see that up top here? That would be one of the locations where you would be able to go inside and take a look around. Although, I'm not really seeing anything with a light on in here. It could be that there's nothing actually there. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to power off the ship. Oh, these turn off the engines. And we're going to go EVA. Cap tells me that I have to get in there and open the door from the inside. Well, that tells me something. Yeah, now that I'm outside, I can see that it's a very closed door. And that means we're going to have something really entertaining happen here, because that means there's quite possibly hostile contacts inside. So, I'm going to have a... Whoa, did I just lose my gun? Oh, no help for that now. Oh, no, I didn't, because I... Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Damn it, my submachine gun just floated off into Never Never Land. Alright, we'll John Wick it. That better not have lost my gun there, too. I have spares, but there's a principle involved, damn it. Okay, time to John Wick. With only 13 rounds of guns. Sorry, ammunition, not guns. Well, there's one dead body, but it's not, two dead bodies. I think those are United Empire of Earth people, so... Okay, so the next step is seeing if I can find out 3.12 feature. 3.12.1 feature. Thanks for the optimistic viewpoint. So I need to find out how to get those doors open. And one of the steps necessary is finding out where the hell you open them from. So this will be a learning experience for all of us. Unfortunately, I am doing a great job on not finding anything. Try to get to the cargo room first, then be careful. I see that quotation marks there. I am well aware of what that means. For those not to know, it means I'm screwed. Especially since, my better guns are, in Never Never Land. Oh, my sniper rifle's handy. The problem is I'm probably not going to be in a position where I can use the sniper rifle. Oh, I'm doing a great job on getting myself lost in here. I have a sneaking feeling that I need to go through one of the other entrances. Because I've already been here, and that's where I came in from, and... Alright, well, let's hop out and try another side. Okay, other side is defined as way other side.
Supply ship headed to Jericho was destroyed. It's a supply ship.
Well, the bad news is that this one is very down. I can't come in this way. But I believe there's another... Oh, I wonder if there's entry up here, down here. Yes, there is. And it's open to the cargo area. This is death area. Time to be on guard. Oh, I hear voices. Door mostly closed here. I can't get in that way. Door closed there. Can't get in that way. This better be it. Yes, downstairs. We'll try the sniper anyway. Looking for targets. Maybe I'd be lucky they'll already be dead. And maybe I'll have a flamethrower available. Don't die so I can quantum travel to your location. I make no promises. Still, I heard a voice, but I'm not seeing the target. Oh, oh hell, there's 3 of them. That ain't good. Well, so much for the don't die yet part. Early, I was screwed the moment I lost hold of my submachine gun. If I had the submachine gun, I'd have given myself pretty decent odds. But there is good news. The good news is, I'm not very far away. I'm back in McL1. Oh, that went poorly. Let's see, I've lost the sidearm now because that fell off when I died. And this insists I still have my gun. Seriously? Grumble, curse, snarl. Let's see. Oh, terrific. I only had one copy of that particular pistol, too. Okay, let's grab the standard S38. I don't think I have more than one round of ammo on it, though. Not unless I got luckier than I deserve. Although I might be able to yank one from a spare. Oh, I have one available. How did that happen? I must have bought some when I was shopping. Cap is on pad 2. You know what? I am going to join you, Cap. That sounds like a great idea. Just give me a quick second to slap some attachments on my sidearm here. Save them. Now you'll notice from my screen here that I am not actually color coordinated right now. I am wearing a white helmet, and I'm hoping that that helps distinguish me from hostile targets so that people won't kill me off immediately. Cap believes I am not quite as brilliant as I appear by that statement of going with Cap a great idea. Cap, you underrate yourself. Pad 2, pad 2. It does take me a second to get to the elevators. Here we are. Call the elevator. Wait for elevator. Wait for elevator. Wait for elevator. Click the elevator. Click the button again because, you know, and it works that time. Always click the button again because that will make it go faster. Just like in real life. Dum, 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 dum. Amusingly, technically, my saber is probably still out there. Unless it's been blown up. Now, Cap, you'll see, is flying. Looks like one of the vanguards. I'm guessing. Let's see. He might have a sentinel, but for some reason I want to say it's a harbinger. Can I fly and get us back to my ship? Well, the answer is I don't 100% know. No, I want you to close the ramp. Then I want you to close that door. There we go. Do I still have the marker? I am not presently seeing the marker, but you know what? Maybe I'll see it when we get. Maybe I'll see it when we get there. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is I fly to the wreckage, and that's that. Okay, let's set route to the quantum beacon. Landing gear up. Let's stay out of the firing solution of whatever's shooting at the moment. Friendly fire. Somehow I don't think that the javelin turret guys would get crime staff for blowing us up. Swing by Jericho first. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Let me pull this out a bit. Try to find. Okay, having a little bit of issues with the focus here. Go out further. Jericho. So that can't be the javelin shooting, so I'm losing my grip. which is not all that unusual because keeping my grip is iffy. Okay. Hopefully Cap has picked up the mission so that he will get the response saying all is happy and joy once we get to Jericho. Whoosh!
INS Jericho. The station's the supply depot for the operation against Xenothreat. The Javelin's in the process of being restocked before heading back out to fight. Problem is, Xenothreat started attacking our supply ships.
Okay, Cap is good, so now we're going to quantum to the wreck site, and maybe if I'm really, really lucky, my ship will still be there. However, I'm not seeing any markers, which is a bad sign. But maybe once we're at the wreck area. We are not at the wreck area. And there's a hostile here. Xenothreat. I keep doing that. They pronounce it Xenothreat, and most of the folks I know pronounce it Xenothreat, so, you know. So I'm gonna waste some Cap's ammo shooting at these guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go fire an arrow, a very highly nimble light target with a Vanguard. I'm just blowing away that ballistic ammo. Cap's probably having more luck than I am with his turret. The nice thing about the Vanguards is that they do have turrets, so people with better aim and fighting skills will certainly be able to take out bad guys simpler. Not like, you know, fast, agile, nimble. Oh, there he goes. Sadly, I am not detecting anything remotely similar to a marker saying, "Hi, there's a saber here." Cap thinks that we broke global chat again. That's possible. Oh wait, there's a ship over there. Is that mine? That's an Aurora. That's a Vanguard. Excuse me. Congested throats. Aurora MR. There's irony. Yes, I think that my ship, wherever it is, has gone to the Americans, as they used to say at City of Heroes. So I'm going to kind of scoot ourselves over to an unattended wreck and see if perhaps this wreck has anything that is of use. I have a sneaking feeling that Xenothreat blew up my saber. Okay, step one. Let's see if this has any obvious entry points. It does, and it looks like it's open, which is a pretty good indicator that it's probably already been looted.
Almost completed the resupply. Let's get those last deliveries in. Wanted to inform you that the Navy is good on stores in Xenothreat. They want us to focus on the other supplies for now.
Well, we may almost be done, actually. Well, maybe not. So, Cap, want to go EVA and see about finding if there's anything in there? You can scan Rex to see what's in there? No kidding. What the hell am I... Why go EVA then? Well, we've got bodies in here. And a med pen. But nothing that looks like the cargo. Well, learn something new every day, Cap. Incoming call. I'm guessing that someone's trying to do global chat again, Cap. Well, learn something new every day. More life signs. Now here's the thing, though. Am I scanning dead bodies? Or am I scanning living ones? And are they good people or bad people? I'm not. When you say that you scanned the wrecks, are you scanning and seeing the cargo, or are you just seeing the life signs? Because if it's a question of life signs, then we have a prime contender here. If I'm supposed to be seeing cargo itself, however, not so good. Because I'm scanning plenty of life signs. Those are empty. Okay, so they will have the actual cargo. Alright then. I'm relatively sure that anything I see ships around has probably already been scanned and picked over. And I'm scanning people's actual ships too, which is not what I want to be doing. I don't even know why I'm scanning that piece, because it probably doesn't have anything in it. And it doesn't. You'll notice that there's a lot of pings going around here. Sadly, we lost the marker. Yeah, well, it's not my fault that, there was these highly armed individuals blowing several holes in my body. Oh! 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 We found it. And my saber is still there. Now let's see if there's actually anything on there aside from, It looked like there was cargo when I was in there, but to be honest, I wasn't paying that close attention. Scans. No, I know it's an empty saber. Dilithermex and Zetapro. We have cargo. We have cargo, boys and girls. Oh, and the party chat's working again. Awesome.
How many of these things have they got?
Heh, a good question. Okay, I am trying to line us up here, Cap. There's a lot of debris in the way, and I just whacked my ship, so it's probably blew it up now. You didn't need those tail things anyway. Yeah, there is a saber. Well, that's okay. We found the target. That's the important thing. Okay, tell you what. Yeah, okay, that's a good idea.
Xenothreat's on site and ready to throw down.
I feel compelled to note that we do have hostiles incoming. We have plenty of hostiles coming. Let's adjust our camera a little bit here. I'm going to try to get this thing turned around so that... Oh, the thing's open now. So I'm gonna try to get this turned around a little bit so that the back.
Just tag the javelin.
Okay. Okay. Now at this point, I'm kind of lined up there so that if they start throwing cargo out, it could conceivably come in here. Conceivably. Ah, Cap! Why you do that? Okay, well, that kind of puts it back on me, doesn't it? Let's make sure my guns are actually freaking available this time. No, it's still not coming up here. Yeah, gee, it's like rushing in and getting killed. I mean, how could that possibly happen? Oh, wait! Well, the good news is that the door is open.
Oh, javelin just took one from the main gun.
Maybe if I can get myself angled so I can see the targets. I mean, I'm using a sniper rifle at the moment, so I can certainly kill off anybody I see. I see a floating gun. Gun's just floating there. That must be Cap's. A couple dead bodies, or at least one dead body. Come on, show me your heads, people, so I can put a bullet through them. Might be only one left. Oh, that would complicate life. Was he on a stair? Oh, wait, I see you. I see you.
Oh, that Xenothreat just tagged the javelin.
Alright, let's see about sneaking myself in. Lower myself a bit so I don't, Oh, there's another guy there. Oh, someone else must be inside because he just fell over and died. Alright, awesome. Okay, so now we're going to start throwing things out here, apparently. Let's see. Ah. What I'm using is a tractor beam attachment, which allows me to basically skid these things over.
Try to keep Xenothreat off that javelin. It's getting lit up. Javelin's taking
Oh,
too
hold
much
on.
damage.
We just got a failure here.
Get the hell out of here.
We just got a fail condition here.
Look, they're pulling back. We've got them on the run.
And now they're on the run. Wait, is it failed or succeeded? I mean, they're being awfully contradictory here. Oh, I'm not entirely sure what the point of grabbing cargo is at this point. So I'm going to bring Cap's ship back to Mick 1 so that he can reclaim his property. It's not like I have to worry about, my ship anymore since,
With the CDF? That was disappointing.
I whacked into free-floating vapor.
Trust the CDF. We don't do better than that the next time the Navy needs us. Signing off.
Close enough. Now, all that said, I still noticed a payout of 32,000. So, you know, we may have failed, but we got paid. Oh, I might have to get out of here first. Oh, perfect. I may not be able to set a course through the map, but anytime I get money is not a failure. So did I, but I still got money. So we succeeded in being a failure, or maybe we failed at being a success. Really, I'm not 100% sure which is which. Doesn't look like I can access any of Cap's movie glasses, so I'll have to use my NFTs. So I'll have to use my movie glass for asking the good folks here to let me land. I probably have to get a little closer though. Cav blew up, Idris blew up, mission failed. So I'm saying that we can call it a draw. Shadow Frontier, would you please do me the inestimable favor, failure, I'm fixating, on giving me a landing pad. And there it is. And since I'm here, let's turn off the engines. Whip around. Too much whipping. And it just kind of goes back and forth and back and forth.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
And one more thing. Since I was rude enough to damage the poor guy's ship, I'm going to do the restock, refuel, repair stuff on it, so that Cap's ship is in nice, neat, pristine condition once more when because I'm a polite kind of guy. And that takes care of the ship repair. So now I don't know if the Xenothreat will repeat itself, or if I would have to go to another server to make anything happen. I've never really seen the tail end of the Xenothreat mission. Incidentally, Cap, if you're still listening, you are on pad 14. That may or may not matter at this point. I don't even know if you're still on the same server. And I am going to go to the lobby and take care of a little detail like reclaiming my saber, since when last I saw it, it was kind of broken into many tiny pieces. Sometimes the plan does not go according to plan. A lot of people left the server. Undoubtedly, they've been jumping ship to find one where Xenothreat is still running. Alright, step 1. Status on Aegis Saber. Broken. Okay, so I guess the next question is, how do we want to do what comes next? Do we want to stick around on this server and see what happens? Do we want to server hop and see if Xenothreat is rolling somewhere else? That's a good question, isn't it? Decisions. What I'm tempted to do is to see if there's... Well, actually, what I really want to do first is figure out what is going on with my guns. It tells me that I have my gun here equipped. But it wasn't actually doing anything, which makes me wonder, was it actually even there? Not having an active submachine gun really hindered my survival chances during that unfortunate encounter. I'll need to buy some more scopes too, somewhere along the line. Alright, and my ammo supply should be okay. Find out. Oh, someone's taking shots at me with a Nerf gun. Yeah, I should probably explain that. Subscribers can purchase in the game Nerf guns. And you can buy the Nerf ammo pretty much anywhere. Anywhere that has an ammo shop. So, you have found the one weapon that you can use against other people on a space station or armistice zone. Personally, I find those hilarious, but since I don't have any subscriptions rolling at the moment, I do not have a Nerf gun. Sooner or later, I'm sure I'll do a month of subscribing just to grab a hold of them, but it has not been a priority. Waiting to see if there's a ship that comes for the subscription stuff that will be interesting enough to fly. This month's subscription ship of the month that they can fly for free is, I believe, the Consolidated Outland Nomad. Well, I haven't seen too much responses from Cap, either in party chat or through the stream here. So I'm assuming he's AFK, and therefore that opens it up for me to do whatever the hell I feel like at the moment. So I think, let's see, we have a Remove Claim Jumpers mission. That's not going to really buy us much. Outsourcing, visit, neither of which are really my thing. We've got an ore thing. Not surprising. Space stations really don't have a whole lot in the way of useful missions. What to do. Oh, you know what? I guess at the moment we will, failing any further useful input, we will head back to the location of Hurston. Oh, he's back. Awesome. Let's find out if there's an interest in server hopping. Server hop or stay here? let's give the option here. I'm perfectly happy to hop servers and attempt another Xenothreat. Because Xenothreat is no longer active, and I have no idea. Okay, let's hop. So what we're going to do... I'm gone. The menu. Now, one of the nice things about being in a party is that when everybody is on the menu, the party leader can launch it, and everybody will be pulled into the same server. That is extremely useful, especially now, because at the moment, there is a 40 player limit. It used to be 50, now they dropped it to 40. Probably to support the crazy that goes on during Xenothreat. Of course, that was the same rationale one figured they used to remove Delamar too, so... And yes, because 3.12.1 has landed, Delamar is no more. Observe a moment, please. The anguish of losing Levski. But the good news is all their ships have been dispersed to the other ship shops in the game, so the Cutlass Black is still available. Alright, I am in. We are here. But you know what I'm not getting? Messages about Xenothreat. In fact, I am not entirely sure we've gotten into the... I think we just entered the exact same server. Because I think I recognize some of the chat. I think we're the same server, Cap. We were supposed to go to another server, Cap. Why we come back to the same one? Yes, let's hop. Let's try hopping again. They probably figured there's a lot of empty spaces on this server since, you know, everybody left it. So I thought we are now on menu, and I'm going to sit here. Oh, why did my stuff come back there? I did not want the starting funds and profit made so far to be back because we are not in the middle of the Aurora challenge right now. Get thee out. There we go. There we go. Give it a minute to fill our slots. We can hope. We can hope. Incidentally, in case you're wondering about this strange disconnect sometimes, I have the game on my computer, but I have the chat on my iPad. And the problem is my iPad is like 15 seconds behind what's going on my screen. So I am literally having that 15-second disconnect that makes things entertaining. Tell me when you think we're safe to try again. Well, I would be tempted to select some other region server. You're probably using the best server, which is probably putting us at the, you know, empty servers. And perhaps hitting a different region might give us better odds of not ending up in something that's already done. It's a theory at any rate. Yeah, European Union sounds like a good way to go. Those Brits invaded our country a couple times a few hundred years ago. Okay, it's closer to 250-ish, close to it. It's our turn now. Huzzah, just done. But the real question is, will we see Xenothreat? I've really got to find a way to do voice modulation on this mic because I can't get my voice to lower properly and have that proper level of gravitas. Oh, I never claimed to be James Earl Jones or anything like that. Oh, it's a promising sign in the fact that I'm still loading. Oh, there we go.
CDF is looking for any available
Yes!
to help with the Xenothreat situation. We need volunteers to help retrieve cargo or provide combat support. Contact me if you're available.
Oh,
Signing off.
I got rubber banded right back into bed. I don't want to go to bed. Let's try that again, shall we? Priority. Xenothreat.
Special Agent Dilley with the CDF here. Appreciate the help. Sending the details now. Signing off.
Call the elevator. And I see that the payment indicator is already cranking. It's always great when I get paid before I even do anything for the job. And I saw Cap's marker running around, so he's probably already at the proper location. Yep, there it is. Probably choosing a super awesome ship to use for this situation. Like a freelancer. Yes, I'm trolling him. Cap is one of those Drake fan guys. Using all those ships made out of duct tape and baling wire. Oh good, we're only about a minute and a half out before the Saber's available again. Had to toggle the party chat to get mine to work. Ah! Yeah, mine doesn't seem to be working either, so I better do that too. There used to be, yeah, it looks like it's the same thing that it used to be, where you had to go into manage, turn off visor, turn on visor. And yay! Huzzah! Okay. Starship choices. What do you want to fly there, Cap? Oh, yeah, we can do my ship too, yeah. Want to hit the Mercury? I love the Mercury. Folks who have been watching solely for the Aurora MR Challenge have probably not had a chance to see me fly what I consider my pride and joy. The Mercury Star Runner. United jump. No, that ain't gonna happen. now the way its cargo works. Of course, an elevator door has to open before we can actually do anything. One of these doors will open. Let's grab this one. There's a body in it. Who cares? And unfortunately, I can't seem to get to you to hit the... Okay, there we go. Pad... Go. Now, this is, our first stop is probably going to be pad 8, because I suspect that's where this person is going. And we will be the next stop. See, elevators work just like real life sometimes. In any event, the Mercury. The best way to describe it is this. If Han Solo had an account in Star Citizen, this is the ship he would take. Let's talk about Legend since he can't be bothered to join us. Did he just join our chat here? Is that the story? ship. I'm going to hop up the ladder right so my face is in front of my server doors. Now you see all these computers? These are for data running, which is gameplay that is not yet in the game. That refrain comes up an awful lot. He was on earlier, he said, but I often feel a disturbance in the source. So you're hoping to make his ears burn. Alright, let's get in the pilot seat. And power everything up. I'm not ashamed to say it, but I love the Mercury. This is what I like to consider my daily driver. The ship that I try to fly most frequently. Granted, it's not very great when you're dealing with top-level bounty hunting missions, but all the same, I love flying it. Now, first stop is Jericho. Now, the Mercury is a very handy ship for Xenothreat missions here, for the cargo, because it has a pretty good top speed. Yeah, the downside for the ship is that it takes a significant amount of time to get in and out of the ship, and that's because of the large number of doors and elevators to get to the pilot seat. There also used to be a very significant issue with fuel, but that seems to have been mostly solved. Okay, nothing has been turned in so far, so we are looking at a brand new server, effectively, to do the work. If I can only get this thing to tag properly. There we go. Globals. Yeah, I'm not seeing too much in global either right now. Although, it might have the same problem that the party chat had. You might want to try that. And I'll wait for you to solve the problem. Oh, well, kind of got a bad news, good news situation. The good news is, there's nobody here. The bad news is, there are bad guys here. Luckily, as you've just noticed here, we do have turrets available on the Mercury. And I've got pilot guns too, and there are an awful lot of ships here. This is going to get awfully inconvenient awfully quick. I think we're a little outnumbered.
Attack on shields. Shields fully charged.
We are just a little bit outnumbered here.
Shields fully charged.
The Mercury is a great ship to run away from things, but combat, it can be dicey.
Target destroyed.
On the other hand, it's hard to argue with... Oh hell. Oh hell, what have I just done? Don't panic. I just accidentally hit the key that got me out of my seat. Just keep shooting things.
Contact.
Okay, let's turn around and try to find a target. There we go. And Aurora. Well, that explains the lack of success in killing it.
Attack on shields. Shields fully charged.
Go away, Arrow. Go away.
Target destroyed.
It's awfully hard to see my heads-up display here. I can't see my gimbal targeting, so I'm kind of shooting and praying. Still, we are cleaning them out, so... And Cap's turrets are doing a good job.
Target
with admittedly a slight assist from me. Oops, this is... Die, Mantis, die. Give the Mantis this. He's doing a nice job on the evasive flying. Problem is, he's still a miss, and he's not going to be around much longer. Oops. There we go. Bad guys all dusted. That's the Jericho station marker. Okay, so the next step is try to locate places to go, and for that we're going to have to scan. And we've got to hit 13 kilometers over here, where we already have people available. And from the looks of it, at least a few wrecks. Stands up for head up display as opposed to heads. Yeah, so it's just that's more natural to say heads up than head up. Okay, lots of wreckages here, so let's get a little closer and see if any of them have junk on board. Oh, the good news is there are plenty of wrecks. So I'm going to cut down my speed a lot, because that way lies wrecked starships. And let's scan this one first. We have hostiles aboard. And we have cargo aboard. And we have a guy flying a Constellation here, which I think takes a certain amount of guts. What about this other wreck? Is that a wreck, or is that a Mercury? That's a Mercury. You know what? This wreck is already well accounted for. We'll let somebody else handle that, and we'll hit this one over here. Yeah, Constellation would not be my choice to check out wreckage because of the elevator cargo. I worry about the elevator. Scan. Life signs on. And cargo. Okay, I think we have a winner here. So first step is finding a reasonable place to park, and I think that's going to be right around here. I'm going to shift to third person so I can hopefully use that to make sure that I don't do something really humiliating, like, I don't know, slam against the wreckage. Okay, now I'm going to stop here and double check again. Oh, I turned myself around. Oh, no, I didn't turn myself around. I just need to angle a little bit. Okay, I'll back up a tiny bit. And I see Cap has already bravely jumped out to do the deed. Keep in mind there are hostiles aboard, Cap. Or at least there are hostiles according to my scan. Now, don't the place look so much better when all the lights are on? And I'm going to jump out here. And wouldn't you know it, the way in that I would have expected is busted, so I can't go in that way. Bunch of containers. Yeah, you know what? That actually makes a great deal of sense. Let me get back to on board the ship and see if I can target those things from here. Are you kidding me? Well, I just got murdered by my own ship. I'm a little offended. Okay, Cap, start loading the things inside, and I will try to get back to my ship. Yeah, usually I have to worry about being murdered by other people's Cutlass Blacks, but their lifts are vicious, but this is the first time I've had the Mercury do me in. I think I'll blame Cap. I mean, he was present at both occasions. Therefore, I believe my death could be laid at Cap's feet. The perfect crime, since he didn't even get charged for it. In the meantime, let's grab let's just say a ship that's not really too important to keep around. I just need a ship to get me there. So we'll grab the Origin 125 Alpha. Basically something that I have no compunction in leaving behind. Now, on the one hand, I kind of want to try to quantum to Cap's location. And then you have the other hand, where it's perfectly possible that he's currently inside the ship, and therefore if I quantum there, I'll kill us all. So it's probably best I just go to the wreck marker, and from there... Why am I not moving? Did pad 2 not click? Click the pad 2, dagnabbit. Honestly, this is... Now, Cap did observe there were some containers that were floating outside, and that could be a good and bad thing, because a safe bet that the ones that are floating outside are probably not attached to a timer.
Special Agent Dooley with the CDF here. Navy says they haven't received any supplies in a while. Let's get out there, people.
Yeah, I wonder why the Navy hasn't received any supplies there. Oh yeah, because there aren't very many people there yet. Now, the nice thing about the 100 series is that they don't use ladders, they use ramps. So you can just run on board, and don't have to wait for any animations. It's a petty thing, but, you know, you take what you can. Wreck site. Activate quantum drive. Hitting the wrong button.
Thank you.
And I'm getting weird flashes of gas cloud in space. And zoom. Oh, and there is a hostile out here too. How rude. Of course, that's one of the reasons why I left the power on my ship. I'm seeing a lot of contacts. I might have to clean up before I, Oh great, I'm trying to fight a Valkyrie in a 125 Alpha. What the hell am I thinking? This is the absolute worst ship to be using to fight an engagement like this. Oh, the doors are open. Great. You know what? I'm going to let this guy continue fighting that guy because he's likely to do more damage than I am. Where the hell did my ship go? There we are. Great, I think that Valkyrie just dusted the other guy who was fighting. Okay, well, looks like I might have to deal with the Valkyrie after all. You know, I was hoping my missiles would actually do something more significant than just fly right by them. I have not done too much with this ship, obviously, so obviously it's not going to be what you would call the best ship to engage in a combat situation for. The hell with him, let's go after the arrow. I at least have a chance of just killing the arrow. And I'm taking hits. I may be regretting my life choices momentarily. You know, I don't think I've really gotten a good solid hit on that arrow yet. Oh, maybe I just did. Oh, I'm getting hits on him. I can see parts of him showing damage. But the bad news is he's also still breathing. Breathing no more. Mantis is another target still around here. There are plenty of ships here, but I want to try to slow myself down, get myself out of the combat situation, and try to get back to, you know, a ship I know I can fight well in, which would be my Star Runner. Ah, I think Cap is actually flying the Star Runner right now. Okay, I like the odds better there. There we go. Got some hits on that guy this time. Ooh, was that a kill? Yes, I think the missiles killed him. Hey, Legend. Sorry I didn't respond too much earlier because I was busy trying not to die. And yes, he has pants this time. I have no idea if you're on our server or not, Legend, or if you're even in game, but we are doing Xenothreat. I still can't get the right bass voice there. And is that another hostile over there? Because that's another hostile. I'm very annoying. Well, there's a hostile Star Runner there, but I'm going to not take that personally. You lost the front guns. Don't feel too bad. If you sit there for a second, I'll try to get back aboard. Kill engines. Now in the game, just watching. Hey, nothing wrong with that. You can see us make complete idiots out of ourselves. Well, at least me. Cap's probably better shape than I. Okay, EVA. Now, where did my Star Runner go? There we are. Now, hopefully Cap has cleaned out all the hostiles inside this location. And it looks like we have somebody else on board too. Captain making friends, apparently. Just flip myself over. And let's see. No, this is not going to happen again. Okay, loading up these guys. Well, let's get the lower ones first, actually. Okay, we don't grab the lower ones first.
Headed for Jericho. Don't like the look of it. I want CDF combat support to intercept just in case.
Cap, I think you parked it upside down. God help us if we're putting any impact resistant stuff in there. It's not actually active. Let's see, open you. You know, it's like this thing does not want to. Oh, come on. There we go. And then you can open up.
Got eyes on the hostile Idris.
Oh, good. Hostile Idrises. That's what we like to hear. Now, full disclosure, I have no idea what we're actually loading right now. And someone is shooting my ship. Or doing something, considering the fact that, whoa. Oh god, are these some of these timer? Okay, so we're going to definitely have at least a couple things that are going to be a problem here.
Oh, that Xenothreat Idris just tagged the javelin.
So basically all we're doing here is getting stuff loaded on board the Star Runner. We're not even stacking anything neatly. We're just trying to make sure it gets in there so that we'll be able to ditch the stuff. And hopefully we're not, you know, destroying anything by accident. And this may be a moot point because apparently they are doing a good... Oh, no, they're not actually. I have no idea what's going on. Never mind. I'm talking out of my hind end here.
Damn it, Xenothreat just blasted the javelin with their Idris.
Well, that's okay. That's what the combat ships are there for, right? Tell someone to shoot that Idris with something a little bit more thorough. You know, by all appearances, we're doing a very nice job on loading the ship. Even though, you know, everything is upside down. we have? There we are. And I haven't been paying attention as to what we're loading, but I'm assuming that at least some of it is going to be the
Get those outlaws off him.
don't use quantum travel for, so... But that was why I grabbed the Star Runner. Because Star Runner is fast, and it will take care of little problems like that with, hopefully, a minimum of pain. Oh, how do we... No, I don't know if I want to grab that one. Okay. Oh, there's another one. I thought I saw something flying by at some point. Oh, someone is shooting my ship again. We may have to start speeding things up here a bit. I have no idea how much shots my ship can take, but it doesn't look like there's anybody... Oh, maybe there is someone who's fighting them off. Let's hope the speed continues.
Main gun hit on the javelin.
Oh, someone is still opening fire on it pretty good. Oh, nuts, the Valkyrie is here. Okay. Cap, we may have to vacate soon. If nobody else is going to, you know, shoot those stinking Valkyries off of my ship. Because otherwise, all that cargo is going to go away. Although I don't see any more. I don't see anyone shooting. Oh no, they're still shooting. Well, let's hope that my shields are as good as I like to think they are. I'm not seeing any obvious damage yet.
Come on, let's get some of those Xenothreat punks off.
Okay, don't panic. That was not the Star Runner blowing up. Can't quantum with the yellow ones, and the green ones are in a timer. Yeah, well, you know, we seem to be just grabbing things at random here, so we're just going to grab everything we can and run like hell. Tracker beam attachments to the multi-tools are really handy. I like the way that they've made it so that they're halfway integral to what we're doing here.
Javelin's about to get pulled out of the system. Defend it.
Oh, that was convenient. I was going for something else, but that crate just bounced right in front of me, so I couldn't help but grab it. And into the cargo bay. Ah. There was another one that just went bonk bonk. Oh, please, shields, hold together. Yeah, let's rock and roll. Things are getting a little bit uncomfortable here. Let's jump out. There we go. I didn't get myself killed there.
Got word. The Javelin can't hold out any longer. The retreat's been ordered.
Up. Well, that just went to hell. Fun fact, folks. Apparently, if nobody's there to defend it, all this loading has basically been for nothing. And apparently we've broken the ramp here. Oh, actually, it may not be broken. It might just be because, you know, we've been shot at. Yeah, we'll try to get back and see if we can ditch this stuff anyway. However, we're going to have to do it the hard way because we do have quantum sensitive materials on here, so... Good news is, once we start rolling, we should be able to roll pretty good.
Crusader Industries, a journey worth taking. Systems on. Attack on shields. Engines on.
Okay, do I even have a waypoint for Jericho anymore? Yes, we do. Not that I can quantum travel there, but at the very least, I can point myself in the correct direction. Go ahead and radar lock me, boys, but once I start moving, I am moving. Yeah, we have enough time if we move my boat. Well, you know what? I am doing it as best I can. Legend is coming into the server. It'll help load and fly cover, although admittedly loading at this point is pretty irrelevant since the Xenothreat event on this server has failed. So we see that there's got to be a decent balance of, first you need a number of people here. Second, you need a number of people who are flying combat vessels and a number of people who are flying the, what do you call it, cargo runs. So we're basically just going to try to sell off this stuff for what we can, which is probably going to be something like 25 credits. And that will be that. Here we go. We are 560 kilometers and closing. Let's see if we have any crazy external damage besides, you know, the ramp being stuck. No, all things considered, the ship took the hits pretty well for, you know, being completely unattended. I mean, I left the power and everything on, so the shields were rolling, but... can I fire my guns? No, apparently I can't fire my guns. Okay, so the front guns were taken out as well. And I think Cap had actually alluded to that earlier when we first started loading everything up. The guns are actually still attached from the looks of it, but they are non-functional. How about the turrets? Do the turrets still work? Yeah, don't worry, Legend. But there's always the next attempt. .445 kilometers and closing. And, okay, the turrets are busted too, huh? Okay, so all weapon systems... Well, actually, you know, there's probably a faster way. Where's my, power readout?
Engines on.
Okay, let's try this again, except zoomed over. I can't get the MFD to work here. In fact, I can't get any of the MFDs to work. Okay, well, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. The ship's going to need repairs and all that anyway, so... Legend has joined the party. Having a party. I'm not getting a distance readout anymore either. Okay, well, you know what? That's what the map is for. 325 kilometers and closing. Oh, here's a nice little bit of fluff. Ines Jericho, completed in 2871. So Roy's been here all the time, we just never noticed it. Ines Jericho is the main port of call for the UEE Navy in the Stanton system. Named after famed squadron leader Amara Jericho, this station is outfitted to provide logistical support, refueling, and resupply options for a variety of capital ships, as well as smaller support and combat vessels. So there you go, all you need to know about the Jericho. And the fact that we're going to be seeing a lot of javelin debris there, probably. If it hasn't all drifted away by then. At least the engines are still working. How's our time-sensitive cargo looking? It is a bit of a slow boat trip. It's sad when you can't use the quantum drive to get there, but that's part of the challenge of the event. I mean, in addition to don't let javelin explode. 198 in closing. Legends chat is broken, and you can't claim the arrow. Well, the chat for everybody's kind of broken. You can, if you do the visor enable disable trick on the party chat, you should be able to have the party chat work. It doesn't really work for global, though, apparently. I don't really have a good answer about the arrow. You already tried that. Now, let's see. Well, my party chat's still working, so, or at least I have a party option. Not completely, because we can use it. We are now under 100 kilometers away. And closing fast. 90 kilometers. 85 kilometers. 80 kilometers. Uh-oh. What the hell? My indicator for Jericho just went away. Oh, but I can see it though, so that's good enough. All the way over there. And it occurs to me that just maybe I might want to consider slowing down soon. Really soon. And yet I still am continuing at my high speed. Okay, let's hit the brakes. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna overshoot just a little bit. That's okay though. Let's do a 180 here, but I'm gonna try to keep it level so that 30% containment? That's good. I think we should still make it. We're going to set down on one of those landing pads and we're going to see if we can sell off any of this stuff. Oh, Jericho's seen better days, hasn't it? And you know what? I am upside down. Let's flip around. Better. Okay. As I recall, the moral of the story is go up further than I think I need to be.
Complete. Engines off.
And time to see if we can get this unloaded. Sadly, Jericho does not offer repair or restock services, so my poor broken ship is going to stay poor broken. I should also, somewhere along the line, do something about my health. Yes, parked equally far from each distant. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that my large starship wouldn't do anything inconvenient.
If you're here for cargo, that terminal over there is what you want.
The cargo is still sellable. 22 units of Zeta Prolinide.
Receive shipment coming.
Thanks for the drop off.
And 26 units of Diluthermex.
Shipment's been talking about.
And now ship should be empty. And I'm getting snide remarks from the guys there saying, oh sure, now you drop the stuff off now that the javelin's been destroyed. Someone in the chat is saying that his time-sensitive cargo exploded. So apparently it is not polite and just, decomposes or something like that. Apparently it will explode. And, well, there's poor Cap kind of lying down on the job. That's right. Kick back, get a suntan here. Would you like a pillow to go with that? And right now, I imagine he is looking for the emote that gives me the middle finger. Oh, now he's on his feet again. Okay, yeah, let's fix this poor broken wreck. But at the very least, we've given a pretty good demonstration as to how you do the cargo end of the event. It's a little tricky to identify the canisters on site alone, or not difficult, but if you haven't done it often, it becomes tricky to deal with.
Engines on.
Let's see, where's the Mick? Mick. And conveniently, Mick is where Legend, I believe, is. So it's easy to set the marker.
Launch complete.
And now I can use my quantum drive again. And go.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
All right. Let's boost our speed up a bit. At the same time, let's not be aiming directly at the station. Someone has failed. Someone didn't realize that Delamar went away. Someone's in for a horrible surprise. ATC. My MFDs are still being a problem, I think, so I'll just go into the Moby class and do it there. And then try to figure out where my parking spot is. There we are. Drop landing gear. And I am again on the underside. Bump. Flip. Rise. Approach. And finally, land.
Landing automated. Landing complete.
And now let's find out if the amount of cash gotten from the cargo will pay off the damages. Oh, those rat bastards. Repair, restock, refuel is not available. You vermin. Hate you people, it's Nick. Hate you, hate you, hate you. Okay, well, we're gonna disembark.
Engines.
All out of the broken wreck. Maybe when I store it and pull it back out, maybe it'll be more cooperative. Sorry, Cap. The door will not close. The ship will not repair. We will have to condemn it to the garbage heap in the sky, otherwise known as storage. Pad 14. And that's really hurts. That really hurts because Pad 14 was doing very cooperatively earlier. But no, it couldn't do that now. No. My poor broken ship. Sorry, out of shape. Yes, from all that heavy lifting of all those crates, right? Oh, wait, you were using a tractor beam attachment. And we think, what a slow elevator this is, but you know, we've gone over 3.5 kilometers now away from where the ship is, so you know, don't complain about how slow it is. Appreciate how fast it is to cover this kind of distance. And adding insult to injury, it doesn't even recognize my Star Runner is on the dock. Because it's giving me the claim message. Oh, la-di-da. Where does all that sit then? Take that. I'll just let it hog up that spot. And that, I believe, will be it for today's stream. I see we are at the 3 o'clock hour, and we've done a fair amount of Xenothreat. I will be staying online to play because, well, there's so much more Xenothreat to do here, and I'm not going to inflict the repetitive stuff on folks for now. I will, of course, be streaming again next weekend, Saturday at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern to approximately 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And it is quite possible we will be in the next phase of Xenothreat. We'll see how that works out. I also will be streaming on Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern to do Star Trek Online. So if you have an interest in that game, I will be there as well. I'd like to thank everyone watching the stream, whether they're doing it live or in recorded video from YouTube. I hope to see you in the future. This is Koreth Landwalker, signing off.